Two Cajun 6 heavyweights matching up against each other here tonight. Welcome back, everybody, to the Cajun 6 Dynasty. Ewell Monroe heading out here to Grambling State. We got a neutral site game, of course. Grambling State does not play in the dome. At least in this series, they don't. So let's get this neutral site game action going, guys. Let's get a W here. If you're a ULM fan in this series, you know that we're going to be trying to sling the football over the field. #1 rated passing offense, #1 rated offense across college football. We got it going on for us here early, but 3rd down and 10. We're going to check it down here to Todd Barnes. Thought he could get at least like 8. Get that thing to about a 4th and 2, then possibly go for it. But 4th and 5, just a little too long for our liking with the position on the field. So Scotty Jenkins-Holt going to get a tackle here. Grambling State only going to get a yard there. That's Landon Watkins with the catch. Cheltenham obviously trying to establish a rhythm here in the game. He's trying to shoot for a little hitch route there, but Tim Noel with the interception. This team, this defense, has started to come alive a little bit in the last couple of weeks with the turnovers. All right, awesome job, guys. 1st and 10, pass, end zone, touchdown. Theo Gardner for 15. Got some good press coverage, release off the line of scrimmage, and the rest was history. 2nd down and 10 here for Cheltenham and the Grambling State Tigers. We got Johnson with the catch, and he's going to get to about maybe the 1.5-yard marker left to go. 1st and goal. They'll spot it here about the 2. 1st and goal here. We've got pressure on Cheltenham, but not enough defenders in the end zone. That is Greg Johnson for the touchdown, and Grambling State will tie this baby up. So I kind of like this situation right now. We know they're in man coverage. Let's move Vaden out here to the left, because that's going to open up Billy Tomlinson big time if he can make some people miss, and we get good blocking, and he's got the speed, and he's got the diving. Touchdown. Billy Tomlinson good for 53, putting ULM back up atop 14-7. Minute 40 left to go here in the first quarter. We've got missed tackles all over the field. Luckily, though, Xavier Jackson is there to tackle Jelani Jenkins. 2nd and 4. Cheltenham pass completed to Albert Cox for 6. And we're back to all square here, 14-14. 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass going to be completed here to Barnes. A little spin move, but pushed out of bounds. Anyway, 20-yard catch here for Barnes. 3rd down and 1. Looks like we want play action. I'm looking at Trevon Vaden. He's actually highlighted here, but he's not open. Actually, nobody's open. We had a good play design right there. The linebackers kind of got sucked in. Thought that was going to be a run on 3rd down and 1. But we're going to elect to go for this thing. I like the idea of utilizing his speed. That's Tomlinson in the backfield. Going to the left and possibly drawing him off sides. But unfortunately, good read right there by Dylan Ozenbaugh. Busting on in. Look at that. He just was unblocked. It's a great play by Dylan Ozenbaugh. 3rd down and 6. Defense makes a play. So it looks like both sides here, Grambling and ULM's defense, stepping up in a big way here. 3rd down and 5 with about 3 minutes to go. Polanco with the catch. Bust off the 2 tackles. Can't miss the 3rd, but a big gain nonetheless. And that is a record-breaking throw, guys. Take a look. Ferdinand Giroux has beaten Colton Browning's record for passing yards in his collegiate career. A school record, at least. Big hit here. Oh, that was a tough one to take, man. 2nd and 16. Look at that. Willis, just the swim moves, beating our right tackle. And it's going to be 2nd and 16 thanks to that sack. But here's an awesome effort right there by Franklin Polanco, but he's going to drop it. It was a tough catch, but I love the effort right there. Not settling for anything less than a miraculous catch. Unfortunately, though, we're going to force this pass into triple coverage. Luckily, though, not picked off. It only get knocked down. So 4th and 16, we're going to go for this thing, and Joseph, our kicker, will barely get it up and good, but it is 3 points nonetheless here. Our defense stepping up. That's Merville with some nice zone coverage, getting a big hit, and with about 1:18, we do call a timeout here, and we've got the football back now. 1st and 10 with 26 seconds to go, and that is Josh Jones, the backup tight end, on a little play-action play. He just snuck out. Nobody accounted for him at all. He's just got those big legs, those big hips, man. Doesn't seem like a tight end, but this play has to be made. I don't know what happened there. The CPU just, like, glitched out, man. It glitched out. I don't know. It's you guys understand this. It's on Heisman difficulty. I don't know what happened. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised. When I saw that on replay, I'm like, he should have been sacked. Like, that touchdown probably should have not even ever happened. But here we are. 24-14 game. Jenkins with a 7-yard gain. About 5 minutes left here in the third quarter as we are jumping ahead here pretty quickly. They're killing off a lot of clock on this drive. But heading out here to the left is Jelani Jenkins. Touchdown, Grambling State. They're only down by 3 at this point, guys. So we know what we have to do. Day Dawson. Big return. No penalties. No flags, please. No blocks in the back. You know the CPU loves to do that when you bust off big gains like that on the special teams returns. Here's Trevon Vaden. Nice catch. Good for 24. First down and goal. Little draw. Billy T. He's in the end zone. We get that touchdown right back. Couple of boxers, as they always like to say here in the halftime show, like a couple of boxers just fighting each other. Back and forth they go. We need some separation. Xavier Jackson, huge hit, and a fumble recovery by Scotty Jenkins-Holt. I swear, man, Scotty Jenkins-Holt is all over the field constantly with these turnovers. But a huge hit by Xavier Jackson. We're already up by 10. This would be a huge moment for us if we can get more points up on the board. But a great play right there. Trying to check this thing down and deflected. Could be a momentum shifter now, guys. In the fourth quarter, it's a long field goal attempt. Good for 50. And we didn't make it. Unfortunately, we didn't make it. It was just short. So always going to be a tough field goal chance anyway. But really would have liked to have that one back. 2nd and 14, Pierce Hawthorne can't make the tackle on Mike Cash. Good for 56. What a great route. He just burned Pierce Hawthorne. He's a freshman, but not the matchup that we wanted out there, guys. A linebacker on a wide receiver. A speedy wide receiver at that. 1st and 10, Giroux's going to go down for 12. So now only up by 3. This is a very dire situation now because I can feel the momentum is completely shifting. We need Giroux. We need a big play here. That's going to be Franklin Polanco who's going to deliver with a big-time catch. A little pump fake. That was a fake screen wheel play. Polanco on the wheel. Just a great play design. It really caught Grambling State off guard in that situation. So big-time first down for us. 3rd down and 10 now. Giroux got to make a throw here. What a great throw that was right there to find Trevon Vaden. Great route as well. Now 1st and goal situation. We're going to call on the toss play yet again. Didn't work the last time that we ran it, but this time looks like it will. Billy Tomlinson, touchdown, ULM. We get that touchdown back. 38-28, up by 10 with 3 minutes to go, and Scotty Jenkins-Holt's going to get beat by Landon Watkins. Xavier Jackson, he came from across the field to try to make this tackle, but we just missed him. Ugh. Cheltenham fires another touchdown. He's up to 396 and 4 scores. And with 1:59, only up by 3, 3rd down and 8 situation, we need to pick this first down up, but we're short. 4th and inches, we're short. And on this part of the field, I don't know if we should go for it or not. And I also don't want to cheese the game because there's a lot of people that are on Grambling State's side here as far as custom players go. And I don't want to rip them off through cheesing the game, guys. So we're going to punt the football away. We're going to be realistic about this. We're going to punt the football away. It's a decent return. About the 35-yard line. That's where they'll set up here. 1st and 10 with 1:10. Cheltenham fires it deep, and there's only one man out there to defend Watkins. Rucker can't make the tackle, and neither can Noel. Watkins for the touchdown. Grambling State takes the lead with 1:02. So the very next play after the punt return, Cheltenham fires this thing up deep. That is a prayer shot right there. Looking for a huge play, and they got it. Ugh, that burns me to the core. But we have time, and we have Day Dawson, and we have a good return game. And with 1:02, we can make some things happen right here. Good blocking. Day up towards the 50. Gonna get stopped at about the 47-yard line. So 56 seconds, guys. We got a job to do. We got a drive to put together here. First and 10, Giroux, pass completed. That's the play that we needed on our last drive. 20-yard catch there for Billy Tomlinson. About 48 seconds to go, guys. Still 2 timeouts here for ULM. Giroux, gonna roll out, just nobody open. Good for 6. Second down and 4. 42 seconds. So we do have a lot of time still left. Pass, risky throw, completed to Franklin Polanco. 38 seconds. First and 10. Giroux fires it to the end zone. Touchdown, Theo Gardner. ULM takes the lead by 3 with 35 seconds. Oof. We're not done yet. Grambling State isn't dead yet. Even though they don't have any timeouts, they can still get down the field. Cheltenham has a big arm, so we got to account for this. We got to watch out for this. 3rd and 4, pass completed on the hitch to Albert Cox, the tight end. They're going to spike this thing with about 9 seconds to go. They're still in a pretty decent spot. They need a quick hitter, they need a first down, and then they can run another play deep. But they're going to fire this up, almost picked off. That's Rucker. Would have really liked to have picked that one off. But 5 seconds, guys. This one should be all but over. At the 40-yard line, 3rd and 10. We can make a play here, can't we? Cheltenham, deep bomb. Rucker back there. It's caught. No! Touchdown, Grambling State! What? Landon Watkins with the touchdown, and Cheltenham again fires up a prayer. Somehow it's caught by Watkins, and the game's over. Grambling State will pull off the upset on the Warhawks. Cheltenham for 536 yards today. Just when I thought our defense was turning the corner, this guy comes out and says 536. A 500 burger. But look at this catch. That's ridiculous. So many hands for ULM up there, and then Rucker, I realize that he makes the catch, and I'm trying to pull him back. I guessed left, and he went right. Thinking that he's going to... I mean, at that point, in the middle of all the commotion and in-game speed, it's like you can't even react. You don't know where he is. You know, he's just in this mix and muck of players. You have no idea where he is. So, that's unfortunate that you have to guess at that point, and you guessed wrong. But good win for Grambling State. Remember, we were talking about them possibly being a dark horse. They definitely are one now, knocking us off. Let's get on out here to La Tech and Tulane. Now, in the last episode, I put the thumbnail of ULM and La Tech showing us against them and it being a knockout game. Basically, we were kind of the 2 favorites for this season, and basically that kind of is a knockout game. Whoever wins that game probably is going to win the Cajun 6. But now with La Tech with a loss and ULM with a loss, this is a knockout game again for La Tech. If they lose here to Tulane, if we see a huge run by Flash Jackson, look at the amount of people that he made miss here. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3 that he missed as well. Crazy. First and goal here, throw to Raj Patel for a touchdown. If they lose to Tulane here, Tulane goes to 2-0 in Cajun 6 conference. La Tech moves to 0-2. You've only got 5 games to play with here for Cajun 6 opponents. You can't go 0-2. It's a death sentence. It's a death blow. So you need to win this game if you're La Tech. And right now, they're all tied up here 14-14. So let's jump ahead here to about 54 seconds left here in the second quarter. A little floater. That's a touchdown here to Lachlan Chisholm. Good for 31. That's a great throw by Duke DeClerc. 14 of 16. So nearly perfect in this ball game. They will kick a field goal at some point here in the third quarter. And now 4th down and 2 for La Tech, down by 10. Questionable play call possibly because that's a long field goal and they missed it. And it just missed. Saw that late break on the football, man. I mean, it looked like it was just going to sneak into that left portion, that left quadrant, and it just didn't get there. So 24-14 here still. 1st and goal. Huge run there for Duke DeClerc. And he's going to find himself into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown. And he's rocking that green wave, man. He knows what's up. He knows the situation now. 3rd and 5. Branson going to get hit as he's thrown. Incomplete. 4th and 5. Branson and the Bulldogs. You know what they got to do. Fire it up. Maybe something's deep out there. They got him. It is Brian Young for a 49-yard touchdown. 31-21. Okay. 3rd and 10 here for Tulane. So up by 10. Pass going to be completed. Well past the 30. Now at the 25-yard marker. They'll keep going. They'll keep pushing here. 2nd and goal. Touchdown. Michael Jackson. Touchdown Tulane. 38-21. So it's back to a 17-point game. 3rd and 5 for La Tech. Pass completed. Bust off the tacklers. Big hit. Able to hold on to the football. 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 16. Look at that throw. Look at that. That's a great throw. Had the nice touch pass on there. Skip Branson under 200 yards. But with 2 touchdowns, he's pushing, man. He's pushing hard here to try to lead his troops to a victory, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Onside kick is recovered by Tulane. So that last couple of minutes there got pretty hectic for both teams. A lot of back and forth for both squads right there. So I am actually mistaken. So Skip Branson's a redshirt sophomore. So he's basically in classes, he's a junior. So I guess technically he could still come out to the draft. It's gonna be interesting. He's a 93 overall player, so he could come out to the draft if he wanted to, but I think he's still got some room to grow. Just depends on what the user, the creator, the viewer, who that's his guy, wants to do. Do you want to be a 70 overall in Saints franchise as a rookie quarterback, or you want to kind of grow your player a little bit more and potentially be a little bit better, possibly a starter at the NFL level if you're drafted in the 1st round? Could happen. But good win here for Tulane. And this basically puts the nail in the coffin for La Tech. You can't lose 2 games in Cajun 6 play and then expect to rally all the way back and finish 3-2. And at that point, you're just hoping for some tiebreakers. So this truly was a knockout game for La Tech. For Tulane, they now move to 2-0 in Cajun 6 conference play. And this is kind of crazy, the development here for Tulane. Rookie quarterback, they have yet to play UL Monroe. And now with us being 1-1, we absolutely have to beat Tulane if we want to win this conference. If we don't, 3 wins against common opponents, La Tech and ULM, of course, playing against each other, and so on and so forth with tiebreakers. Getting to 3 wins, I think, for Tulane, I think that they've got it, because then they're going to get Grambling, they're going to get Southern, so they could easily win those games. But the Jaguars will fall here to the Bearcats, and it was really not that close. But Marquise Hendricks did not play too bad, all things considered, but it would have been a really nice game for Southern if they were able to pull that one off against a top 10 rated opponent in Cincinnati. A lot of offense here for ULM, a lot of offense here for Grambling. Turnovers, they had 2, and they still beat us on that last second touchdown throw. Man, it was just a heartbreaker. I really thought that we were going to get it done. That shouldn't have happened. It should have happened. But look at Landon Watkins, man. 200. This dude almost put 300 yards up on us through the receiving game. I mean, it's just nuts. 536 yards for Cheltenham. He was a player of the game. Definitely led the charge for the Tigers. Tomlinson had 3 touchdowns on the ground, which is interesting. He's starting to really find a knack for getting into the end zone. Last year, he was more of that big kind of home run hitter, but he would never get into the end zone, right? He'd just be that kind of guy that I can get you some big runs, but I'm not big enough to put it in the end zone. So he had a little workout program that he got a lot bigger, right? So yeah, a lot of progression there for Billy T. So we're going to simulate week number 11. I'll show you guys the box scores here. ULM will beat Arkansas State. So we have basically now clinched bowl game eligibility. So we're now in a bowl game here for the 3rd time in this dynasty mode, I should say. Now, I'd have to go back and look at that. I think we might have made it to a bowl game here in season number 1. Man, that's so far back, I don't quite remember, guys. But Arkansas State actually had 3 turnovers today. 5 touchdowns here for Giroux and 30 yards on the ground. Let's see, Tomlinson and Harris split some carries there. Trevon Vaden was big, had 155 yards. Polanco 114 with a touchdown. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Had an INT there for Rucker, but Joey Spence had a sack, 2 tackles for losses, and 2 interceptions today. Man, Joey Spence might be a player. All right, La Tech and Southern. Again, they were dead. They're dead. La Tech is dead. Even if they win this game, they're dead. Okay? Which they will. They'll win this game, 30-16. If you're the Jaguars, if you're Southern, you got to hope that when you play other Cajun 6 opponents that you rattle off some victories here, because this is one that you're kind of hoping that you would have taken care of business. Because now you're 0-1, La Tech's 1-2, so now you're chasing them. You know, now you're chasing everybody, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about here. You know what I'm saying. Hendricks here, 10 attempts for 30 yards on a score. Zeke Wallace had a touchdown on the ground as well, but they just really couldn't get the passing game going. You know, Hendricks only 238, 16-29. It's not the best completion percentage. I mean, that's a little over 50%. Skip Branson over 70 at 72. Cooley rushed well. Brian Young received well, 161 yards. And defensively, they did really well. Look at the tackles for losses. Had 5 tackles for losses. I mean, that's crazy. Had 1 player with that. Raging Cajuns against Grambling State. We'll see what happens here. This is Elliott Sandage against Jose Cheltenham. You know, this would be a big one for Grambling State if they can beat them, but they can't. So they will now fall to 1-2 in Cajun 6 play. The Raging Cajuns now 1-0, and they beat them pretty soundly. I would have expected, you know, the Raging Cajuns are ranked right now, but I would have expected, especially after the last couple games that we've seen Grambling play, and even in simulation, that they would have performed a little bit better than what they did here against Louisiana. But Sandage and company, that offense is legit, man. 5 touchdowns for Sandage today, 465. Awesome performance right there. And able to push Grambling State, kind of get them out of the picture now because they're 1-2. So now the question is are they dead? It just depends on what ULM's going to do now. And of course what Tulane does, because they're 2-0. Louisiana's 1-0. ULM, we're 1-1. So there's still a lot of unknown left to go here. If you're trying to follow this series, if you're trying to follow who's going to win the Cajun 6 conference, there's a lot of unknown left to sort out here as we're heading into week number 12, guys. So up on the screen, those are your games that we're going to get, and we will show La Tech in Louisiana. We'll actually post this video on Sunday. So right before all of our XHL premier games, we're going to show this game on Sunday. And we'll get La Tech Louisiana. It's a big game in Cajun 6 play. See if La Tech can kind of bounce back a little bit or if Louisiana can separate. Tulane against Kentucky. Won't show that game. We'll just straight simulate that one. ULM against USC. We're going to watch that one. Of course, user game. Got to watch that one. Got to see if we can upset number 13 USC. Remember, they're kind of returning the favor on us here. We went out there in season number 1 trying to knock them off. And unfortunately, I think we threw an interception to end the game. So we're trying to get a little revenge here. They're coming to our place. Now, Grambling against Southern, of course, we got to show that one. Neutral site game. Huge game, right? 2 bitter rivals. We got to show that game. And there's a lot on the line there for Cajun 6 conference standing as well. Week 13, we're going to show Louisiana and ULM. Southern and Tulane. It really depends on what Southern does against Tulane in week number 13. And then here's just a quick snapshot look of what's going to happen here week 14 and week 15, which we'll cover next week. So guys, here's your conference standings. Here's what we're looking at here. We got Louisiana currently 6-2 overall. Grambling 7-2. ULM 6-2. So those are really the 3 teams that I think are going to make it to a better bowl game, a big-time bowl game, right? If we get some more wins notched in our belt here, if Louisiana can get to about 8 wins, maybe ULM sneaks across 9 wins, it would be huge for that program. But Tulane's got a pretty tough schedule going at this point. They're going to get Louisiana and ULM at the latter part of the season. And, you know, being 2-0, there's still a lot of movement that can happen here. 0-1 for Southern. We'll take a look at their schedule, what they've got left here. But ULM, we kind of have it a little easier. We get the Jaguars and the Green Wave to end our Cajun 6 conference play. So we might be in a better spot than Louisiana or Tulane, in my opinion. Grambling State, they've got to rattle off a couple wins. They got to rattle off two more wins, really, to have a chance here. They got to get on a little bit of a winning streak right there. So guys, that's it for the video. Leave a like if you like this thing. As you see, again, for Southern, they've got the 2 ranked opponents at the back end, so that's going to be tough for them now being 0-1. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you back here on Sunday morning for the next episode. We'll do Week 12 action and preview Week 13 and Week 14. So guys, see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.